హాయ్ హలో దిస్ ఇస్ చక్రి. ఈరోజు మనతో పాటు ఒక స్పెషల్ గెస్ట్ ఉన్నారు. స్పెషల్ అని ఎందుకు అంటున్నానంటే అప్పుడెప్పుడో 20 ఏళ్ల క్రితం మన్మధుడు సినిమాలో తళుక్కున మెరిసి మళ్ళీ కనబడకుండా మాయమైపోయారు. మళ్ళీ ఇన్నేళ్లకి మజాకా సినిమాలో మళ్ళీ తళుక్కున మెరిశారు. ఇప్పటికే ఆవిడెవరో మీకు అర్థమైంది. షీఈ్ నన్ అదర్ దాన్ అంశు. మనకి మన్మధుడిలో మహిగా పరిచయమైనటువంటి అంశు మళ్ళీ ఇన్నేళ్లకి సినిమాలో కనపడబోతున్నారు. మజాకా సినిమాలో వన్ ఆఫ్ ది లీడ్ రోల్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నారు. ఇప్పటికే టీజర్ రిలీజ్ అయింది. మూవీ February 26కి రిలీజ్ కాబోతోంది. సో ఆ మూవీ విశేషాలు, అసలు ఇన్నేళ్ళు ఏమైపోయారు అంశు. లెట్స్ టాక్ టు హర్. హాయ్ అంశు, ఎలా ఉన్నారు?
హలో, నేను బాగున్నాను. మీరు ఎలా ఉన్నారు?
ఐఎమ్ వెరీ గుడ్. సో ఐ కుడ్ సీ తెలుగు కొంచెం ఇబ్బందిగా ఉంది. సో సిన్స్ యు ఆర్ ఫ్రమ్ ఇంగ్లాండ్.
yes
సో ఏంటి ఇన్ని డేస్ గ్యాప్? ఐఎమ్ వెరీ హ్యాపీ టు సీ యూ బ్యాక్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఐ వాజ్ మన్మధుడి సినిమా అప్పుడు ఏమైపోయింది అమ్మాయి, ఆ సినిమా తర్వాత ఏమైపోయింది, హీరోయిన్ కనబడట్లేదు, ఎందుకు? సో ఎందుకు ద మూమెంట్ కేమ్ టు ఆస్క్ యూ డైరెక్ట్లీ?
I basically was very young. I was just like a teenager, 16 years old, and I had a lot of studies to do. I was missing home. Maybe I didn't have that emotional maturity at that age. Maybe if I started the career in my 20s, I would have stayed, taken it more seriously. But at that stage, I just wanted to be with my friends. I wanted to get my education. I was missing being at home. So yeah, that's basically.
సో అసలు ఆపర్చునిటీ అంటే ఆ ఏజ్లో హీరోయిన్గా అంటే డైరెక్టర్ పర్సెప్షన్ ఎలా ఉండింది? యు వర్ లైక్ 16 years old and Nagarjuna sir was a big star then.
Yes.
And you have to act beside him.
Yes.
So ఎలా ఆయనకి థాట్ ఎలా వచ్చింది? How did he convince you and your parents?
To be honest, there was not much convincing. I used to do acting anyway. Before I went there, I used to work for a professional theatre company doing Hindi and Punjabi plays. So obviously when I got this opportunity for an audition, screen test, I was very excited. My father was very excited for me because he knew how much I loved to act. And we knew how big Nag sir was. So convincing wasn't required, but I was super nervous, obviously, because although I didn't watch Telugu films, I'd seen Nag sir in a few Hindi films, with big actors like Amitabh Bachchan sir and Manisha and Sridevi Garu. So I was just, quite nervous. But as soon as I got there to start filming, it was really nice.
Screen మీద చూసినప్పుడు when you watch yourself on the screen, you look elder than your age, right?
Oh, you mean in Manmadhudu?
Manmadhudu, correct.
Yes.
You are 16 years old, but you are playing a 25 years old girl.
Yeah, maybe right? In the early
correct.
20s, yeah.
So how was that feeling, like, oh, I'm looking older, like kind of thing, or what?
I guess I was still playing a young girl, but yeah, you're right, probably a girl in her early 20s, and that wasn't my age. But I guess because I'd attended so many acting workshops in England, it was like, it's a job, you're acting, it's it's not reality. So it was okay, that sense it was fine, because even the roles that I'd play in my theatre company, they were older characters, as in somebody in their 20s. So yeah, it was okay.
And two movies ki meeku manchi Raghavendra movie kanivendi, Manmadhudu kanivendi, you got fame, you got name, probably you would have got lot of opportunities also, and you left them and went back.
Yes.
Did you miss them, like, వెళ్ళినప్పుడు మిస్ అయ్యారా వాటిని when you went back home?
Initially I didn't. I was just happy to be back, seeing all my family, my friends, going to college. I just got so busy in that life that I didn't. But I think later on, when I finished my studies, got married, had my children, I think that's a turning point in your life, especially when you've had your kids, because it's obviously quite a big transformation after having children. You start reflecting more on your life. Is this my life? I'm just going to be at home with my kid. You start, obviously I was a professional, I was working as a therapist.
I know, I've read that. You're a therapist. Yeah. Being a therapist, why did you get like a normal woman, like, after marriage, after kids, you got that thought, what I'm doing with my life?
Yes, because I felt there was something was missing. There was a void in my life. I loved my therapy, don't get me wrong. But obviously, again, it's just something that I was reflecting on. And you're reflecting on my life and, how things were, that kind of thing. And I think we all do that, regardless of what profession we're in. We always reflect, is this what I want to do? I've got my qualifications for life. Nobody can take away my education. Nobody can take away my therapy registration. It's always there now. But before, I never had that. If I had a string of flops, my career would have been over. So in that sense, I think I made the right decision for sure. But yeah, there was a period of reflection, especially like I told you, after I had my kids, your hormones are everywhere. You're thinking, what is this? And and then, yeah, I just.
But don't you think that it's a long period, like 20 years?
Yeah, but anything can happen, right?
Yeah,
Anytime.
correct.
It's a long period, but.
And you're looking more beautiful than that Mahi character right now.
You're so sweet. Thank you so much. But yeah, it can happen at any time. I guess what was the sign from God for me in the universe was when Manmadhudu re-released in August 2023. That's when I knew I have to, like, my film's coming out after all this time.
So Manmadhudu re-release provoked a thought in you.
Yes. Then I thought, this is a sign, because I was already getting thoughts a few years before.
Correct.
What if I went back? What if this happened? Will they accept me? Is it too late? All these. I was putting limiting beliefs on myself, which we all do. We just think something's not possible, and we believe it, and we multiply it. If we start thinking good thoughts, only we can attract that.
Correct.
So yeah, and then after that re-release, I started making plans.
What kind of plans?
Plans to come back to Hyderabad. I just told my husband I want to book 3 return flights to India in 2024. And he said, 3, why don't you start with 1, see how it goes. I said, no, because if I see how it goes, then I'll never go back again. I have to show visibility. I need to keep going so people know I'm serious. And he's like, okay. And then, do you know anyone in the industry? I said, not anymore.
Yeah, I have to ask this question. Ippudu social media, PR, and everybody is there. But when the time of Manmadhudu, inta promotion ledu, inta PR ledu, you were on yourself. Everybody was on theirs.
Yeah.
Every actress. So how did you manage now? You didn't know anybody, you didn't have any contact. I mean, if I'm not
No,
wrong.
absolutely. So what happened was, when Manmadhudu was re-releasing in August 23, 1 month before, Annapurna Studios contacted me and asked me very kindly if I could do a video bite just for the re-release about my experience.
Okay.
I said absolutely. And I was shocked they even contacted me, because my Instagram was just, I had a little Instagram account.
That's the call of universe.
Yeah, but I hardly had any followers.
Got it.
And then, but they found me, and then I said, I sent it to them. And then, nowadays you can do the collabs. They just collabed me, and then my Instagram just blew up. I mean, I still don't have like millions of followers or anything.
Ante appadi varaku maaku teliyadu. We never know that where you went and what you were doing.
Exactly.
And all of this sudden you came up.
Yeah. So then it blew up, and then obviously lots of these like PR people were following me. Podcasters were messaging me saying, "Can we do a podcast? Are you planning to come? Where are you?" A lot of directors, screenwriters, a lot of these blue tick, official accounts.
I got it.
So then I thought, this is great, and then I decided to do these 3 trips the following year. So that was August 23. Then I came first time February 2024, so this time last year, my first trip to Hyderabad.
An exact year now.
Yeah, and I did a couple of interviews. I met Nagsa, I met some old friends, and then I came back after 2 weeks. I went back to London, and then I did another trip a couple of months later, then another. And by that point, I'd had some meetings, secured a manager, which is essentially what I wanted.
Correct.
Because otherwise, I don't know how to have access to, just letting directors and writers know that I'm keen to restart my acting career. And I just think everything fell into place. And then literally, I was narrated the script in May.
Mazaka.
Yes, last year. And then we started.
Mazaka గురించి మాట్లాడదాం. ఎందుకు చూస్ చేసుకోవాలనుకున్నారు? What made you to choose Mazaka?
I absolutely love the story of the film. I was laughing throughout the whole narration. So that's already a really positive sign.
Correct.
I had a really good gut instinct about the film. The character as well. I don't think I can get a character like this after so many years. It's just a very heavy character. It's a very lengthy role. There's a lot of emotions that I'm expressing in this role. And forget as a comeback, I probably wouldn't have had a character like this as a heroine, even back in those days. It's that heavy. And it's just the perfect opportunity. If I'm coming back after so long, I need to make sure that I'm giving something for the audience to look at, like in terms of my performance. And there's glam, there's dance, there's the performance element. So it's just perfect.
And Rao Ramesh garu, Sandeep Kishan, and Ritu Verma. So వీళ్ళందరూ కూడా already on the track, and they're doing bigger films.
Yeah.
And you all the way came after 20 years and restarted it. How was your feeling like on first day sets lo etla anpinchindi?
I was so nervous. I am not going to lie. I just felt like an absolute newcomer again. I was like, will they like me? What if I mess up? What if I can't do it? What if the language is a problem? But actually, I think the good thing was they gave me my scene papers in advance, so I was able to just prepare. So that was fine. And here and there, they had to prompt. Sometimes I had to mix Telugu and Hindi. So it was doable. It was actually seamless. It's not like I needed 100 retakes. It was just like couple, So in that sense, it was fine.
So first scene any takes తీసుకున్నారు?
The first scene of this film was of me. So that made me even more nervous. For the whole film, they
Film
started with
starting
me. So I was like, you feel pressure.
Correct. They told you that? I mean, this is the
No, I
shot.
found out when I got there. So, but I thought that was quite special as well.
Correct, of course.
They did a small little puja, and it was lovely.
So what was the first dialogue?
It wasn't a dialogue. They didn't give me dialogues for the first week, just to let
ఇది
me.
అన్యాయం అండి, టీజర్ లో కూడా మీకు డైలాగ్స్ పెట్టలేదు.
No dialogues.
టీజర్ లో కూడా లేవు మీకు డైలాగ్స్. Did you observe that?
Yeah.
I am feeling very bad about it. I mean,
No.
like I want to
The teaser is.
at least ఇప్పుడన్నా ఒక
It's
డైలాగ్
a
చెప్పండి.
tease for the trailer, and the trailer is the tease of the movie. So in the
Okay.
trailer you may see, but yeah, I have plenty of dialogues in this film.
One dialogue.
I actually can't remember.
No, it won't reveal the movie.
No,
okay?
I can't actually.
Remember.
Yeah.
What scene made you a bit, stressed or difficult?
Not stressed. There was one scene that required very high emotion.
Mm-hmm.
It was very deep. There was tears, there was sadness. So I had to really get in my zone. When you're not in the mood for like laughing with anyone because you just want to be in character. So, and I'm normally the big chatterbox on set, and I'm always yeah.
Okay.
So that was hard for me, but I was like, it's fine, I can talk to everyone tomorrow. Today I just need to feel a bit low. Because that was a requirement of the scene. I just felt it was very heavy emotions. So yeah, that for me was hard because it meant I couldn't mingle with the crew.
So సినిమాలో మీరు రావు రమేష్ గారితో వర్క్ చేయాలి. He is a versatile actor.
He's amazing.
Amazing. అంటే ఏ క్యారెక్టర్ ఇచ్చినా అద్భుతంగా చేయగలుగుతారు. And you paid with him and you have to you should have that combination scene.
Yes.
How did you feel about it? I mean, ఆయనతో చేసేటప్పుడు comparatively, how did you feel about it?
I was just fine. He made me feel so comfortable.
Okay.
Because he was so patient with me, and he was very understanding, and he was very encouraging, giving me tips, suggestions, and also saying, you don't mind I'm giving you tips. I said, no, please give them to me.
I need them.
I need them. I need to refine my performance. He's amazing, and he's such a gentleman, the nicest soul on the planet. He really is.
అంటే తెలుగు సినిమా. So how did you understand that comedy in other language? Understanding that is a difficult thing.
With my scene papers, everything was written in Tinglish, so in Telugu English, but they also it also had what it meant. So that made it easy. And obviously Prasanna Garu, who is our writer of the film, when he narrated the script, he explained every scene, even scenes I am not in. He started right from the beginning, right till the end. Obviously there's been a couple of tweaks.
So the narration could be so good.
It was so like refined, like it was very detailed. Obviously I expected some changes along the way, when I arrived and we started, and very minor changes, but mostly it's the same. So I understood what was happening.
After coming back, it's the first movie.
Yeah.
So how did you come out? Like, the product entered and the product came out.
I think I've improved.
Personally, yeah.
I think I think it was very clever of them to make me do a lot of these montage scenes. Just to break the ice, get that comfort level in the beginning. So that was wonderful, and it was great from their part, because if they just got me saying dialogue straight away, maybe I would have felt a little bit nervous. But then as we progressed, I just felt myself getting more and more confident, which is so good.
Understand.
So they even thought about these things, all these finer details. So that was very nice, and I'm actually really grateful for that.
So excuse me, me Manmadhu time ki Raghavendra time ki the industry was different. The technical things were different.
The
technicalities are different, and the media was different, and everything was different. Everything was different.
Yeah.
Even the screens, there were a lot of single screens.
Single theatre screens.
So the changes you observed,
Yes.
and changes you liked and disliked. Now, ippudu
I like all the progression that has happened in terms of the cinemas. You know, the cinemas are actually better than the cinemas in London now.
Oh.
I went to watch Dandal the other day and I was like, wow, like this is cool, like really cool big seats. You can
What made you think like that? You know, London movies కంటే ఇక్కడ better గా ఉన్నాయి అని చెప్పి.
not the movies, the cinema experience.
Experience.
As in the seats,
theatres,
you can go all the way back and you get your food delivered to you.
You can sleep as well.
You can order pizza
In some
and
theatres
burgers.
you have the bed also.
Yes, that's what I mean. We have a few like that, but here
Yeah,
I
correct.
think is more. It's so that's wonderful. It's great. It's a great cinematic experience for the audience. They can just
Correct.
chill like they're at home watching Netflix or
Correct.
something. So that's great. The technicalities and all of that is wonderful. The progress. There's multiple cameras on set now. The coordination is better. So I love all of that.
The details of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, just the small things like fittings, the finer details is excellent. The things I wouldn't say I don't like so much. Obviously, the media side has changed a lot. There's
Which you
a
don't
lot
like.
more interviews. You're
lot
just-
more dumb questions.
Oh God, let's not even go there. Not, I wouldn't say dumb. Just not dumb questions, but questions that you're like, huh? Did you just ask me that?
Questions కూడా అడుగుతారా
yeah.
మీరు?
But yeah, so anyway, just questions that are just that make no sense. But that's fine. Look, that's okay. That's only a minority. But like obviously the culture of, you know, a lot of media people ask you, you know, let us know where you are and then we can come and click you. And
Correct.
I really don't want people to know where I am most of the time. You know, I like my personal space. So I see a lot of that. It's actually, you know, back in those days, people would find actors very you'd be very curious
Correct.
about actors.
There was
Now-
not much exposure to the
Exactly.
celebrities.
And there's something very nice about that because, you know, like now when you're on, say, a social media platform and you see a reel,
When you close the fist, you don't know what inside. You will be curious about it. When you open it and you saw
but
it,
it's constantly there. It's
Correct.
like when I see actors and these big superstars in Hollywood, Bollywood, Tollywood, and they're just, you can see exactly what time they're going to be where, then you feel like you're just watching a friend's reel.
since they landed in the airport till they go to the home,
I know.
they follow everywhere.
Somebody once said, "Can we click you at the airport?" I was like, "No, thank you. I want to go in my tracksuit. I want zero I mean, I don't mind being clicked without makeup, but what I'm saying is like I'm carrying my luggage. I don't want to, you know." So anyway, yeah. So it's
One
like
should have their personal space.
yeah, and I think also being from London as well, I do everything myself. Like, you know, no one's
Some stars pay for that.
okay.
You know?
Oh, I don't know, but yeah.
They just call and I'm just about to land. I mean, like from when they
Yeah.
are taking off, and so that the media people rush there and say
see.
clicks,
Okay.
and
Well,
they pay
look,
for it.
each to their own.
And you say no,
that's their
no, I
choice.
don't want.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess like now when I see even my close friends from London, if they're posting something and I haven't seen them in 6 months, it's like I've just seen my friend on Instagram. It's okay, it's fine. But the same is happening with actors. So I think that part I'm not the biggest fan of, but it's okay. I guess it's now part of the filmy culture. But I like that I'm a little bit old.
Marriage, kids, and after that again movies.
Yeah.
And you're still looking beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
What took you? I mean, make yourself like this?
I don't know what I've done. Honestly, I've lost a bit of weight.
I need an
Obviously,
honest answer.
No,
not a-
honestly, I don't know what I've done. And when this conversation comes up, I'm like, obviously at 15, 16, I'm going to be a chubby girl. I'm a Punjabi. Like, you
I
once on
know.
the lips,
Lassi,
lifetime on the
paneer.
hips. Yeah. So I'm just like, obviously, I was just a chubby kid. I wasn't interested in the gym. God, no. Obviously, I still had to go here and there, but mostly I didn't. And then even in my 20s, I was quite chubby. Only when I got into my 30s, after my son actually, I got serious.
Son is an elder one? Or
Yeah, he's 7.
Okay.
My
the
daughter is 9,
younger one.
nearly
Okay.
10.
Oh, she is elder one.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, only then I got serious because I put on too much weight after the children, and it happens to women.
Happens, correct.
I get so many messages of women asking me what I did, this, that, and the other. And honestly, I know it may sound a cliche, and everybody says this, but everybody says this because it's true. Eat well, work out, sleep well. Sleep is the most important, even more than the food and the workouts.
Correct.
Because if you're not getting your 8-9 hours sleep, it's going to affect your mood the next day. When your mood gets affected, you want to reach for sugar. Crisps, chocolate, cake, pizza, burger, all like processed foods. Sleep well, you'll have more energy the next day. You know, have a high protein diet. Don't get me wrong, I do indulge. I'm human. you know,
And a Punjabi.
yeah, like I do. I mean, I'm not somebody who starves myself. I love life too much, and my kids, they
So
love all this.
You will be having a cheat day or on a regular basis?
Yeah, I don't even call it cheat day.
Okay.
If I want a bit of chocolate, I'll take a bit and I'll have
bit
it.
of it, and you
yeah.
just
And
crunch
if I
yourself.
want to have rice and a curry, I'll have it early in the day and not at night. So you just select wisely. But if I really want to go attack, like burger, pizzas, ice cream, all of that, I'll tell myself, okay, this day I'll
Binge
do that.
eating.
As long as I'm not shooting for a week or something like that,
Okay.
then you've got time to just, you know, so you just choose wisely. And I just feel more energetic, and, you know, I'm not feeling lethargic all the time because I've overeaten.
Correct.
So yeah, but I do eat. I take mithai every time I go back to London. I go to Almond House, pick up my boxes of mithai, take a small one for the aeroplane. Literally, that's what I do. So I do. But yeah, it's just looking after yourself.
27th రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది కదా
26th February.
February 26th మూవీ రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది. ఏం చెప్తారు మీరు ఆడియన్స్ కి? వాట్ యు సే?
Please watch the film.
Of course.
Firstly,
ఎందుకు చూడాలి? Why?
go with your friends, with your family, your children, your grandparents, your girlfriends, your bachelor friends. Go, enjoy the film. And the reason I'm saying you should watch the film is because it is full on entertainment. You will love it. There's so much comedy, there's action, there's drama, and there's something for everybody. And I really hope you love my character as much as you loved Maheshwari in Manmadhudu. And please accept Yashoda for who she is. And yeah, really, I hope you will love the film.
నేను టీజర్ చూసాను. ఒక్క డైలాగ్ రీసెంట్ టైమ్స్లో ఐ డెంట్ లాఫ్ అవుట్, లైక్ యూనో గట్టిగా నవ్వింది లేదు. దాంట్లో ఒక డైలాగ్ ఉంటుంది, నువ్వేదో పెద్దవాడి పెద్దరికం చూపిస్తావు అని చెప్పి నిన్ను పంపిస్తే అంటే రావు రమేష్
Oh
says,
yes.
ఆ బట్టల్లో పేదరికం చూసి నా పెద్దరికం పోయింది.
Yes.
You understand
Everyone
that, right?
laughed at that point as well.
That's you know a hilarious one.
Yeah. It'll be even more fun when you see the whole scene.
Yeah, the teaser itself బాగుంది కాబట్టి
Yeah.
we could you know expect such comedy
Yeah.
in that. Overall గా మీకు నచ్చిన ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఏంటి మూవీలో, మజాకాలో? అపార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ కామెడీ ఏం చూడొచ్చు మూవీలో?
You can expect a lot of different emotions from me in the film. I'm playing somebody who's not innocent for once. She's not innocent. She's quite fiery,
Okay.
a little bit stubborn, arrogant. She's a slightly broken lady. She's been through pain, and she has a lot of love. There's just so many sentiments around the character.
And tell us about Trinath Rao, working with him.
Wonderful. He's so funny. He's just funny.
Yeah, that fun carried out through the movie.
Yeah, and he's a thorough professional. Like he's got such a great eye for detail. Everything has to be done in a specific way. He has his vision, and it's just great how he portrays that in the scenes. Obviously, we had language barrier,
Correct.
but I don't know, for some weird reason it worked. It's like the emotion just worked. It's like cinema has no language, right? It's an emotion, so we just made it work.
Last but not least, is a repeated question and a repeated answer. Trinath Rao gari, controversy. Like, you know, he said something on stage.
Yeah.
I want to know actually what happened. I didn't
You know what?
say that he meant it.
Yeah.
Somewhere, you know, went wrong. I mean, outside.
I mean, I think we were all surprised by what was happening. But going back to my psychology, you know, we all we're all human, and we all say things unintentionally. And I've said many things unintentionally without knowing that it might be offensive or wrong, or, you know, but that's not a reflection of somebody's character. I know Trinath Garu's character.
Correct.
He's a lovely man. He has
Traveled with him,
daughters.
right?
He's,
Yeah.
you know, he's a man of God, and yeah, I think that's it. I mean, he's a wonderful person, and I've clarified that as well. And I think we should all just focus our energy on the film now.
What was the response when you heard that, you know, exactly he said this?
Because I know him.
Were you
there was
angry? Were you surprised?
No, not at all, not at all. There was because I know him. I knew there was no meaning in that. So yeah, just want to put that to bed.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Anshu,
you
and I
so
wish you
much.
all the best.
Thank
It's
you.
nice talking to you.
And you've been wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.